taking on the Seattle Seahawks. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Come on. Set. Panther 6. Buffalo 18. Set up. Panther 11. Panther 11. 18. Pioneer.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And that'll bring up second down. Hey, you look at this Saints defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That went out wide and intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Down. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's taken in left side by Vele. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Black 40.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Ready?
Now back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Trap 60, trap 60, 19 Lions.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going deep for Walker. They've got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. To the right side, this is Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. 60 red.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Here we go. Ready?
Looking to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Here's 3rd and 10.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Ready.
Cooks motions to the left.
32. Ready.
Slant pass complete to Olave. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Walker. Now Now he's free at the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Score Seahawks 7, Saints nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Ready, break. Go,
A gain of 15.
Here we go, set.
And the Saints first down.
Ball red.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a second and long situation.
Watch it. Sit. Let's go now. Cut.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Ready, break.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take
Come on,
over
Cougar
first and 10
19.
at the 40-yard
They'll
line.
look to throw now on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a gain of
70
18.
range. Here we go. Set.
First
Six.
and 10
Pass
at
all
the
80.
21-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Hurry, hurry.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Mustang 19. 18. Pioneer. Steady.
Back to throw here. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
And goal at the Saints 12-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Devon Godshaw getting in there and dropping it. 2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
79 Broncos.
They'll set up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
19, cut.
They're going to look to throw. He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Here we go, set.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's a diving catch right side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have got his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Second and 10.
Here we go. Blue, 32. Ready.
They'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Saints 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Red. Here we go. Set. Black. 95. Strike 2.
In motion, the tight end.
Check.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
He gets it to Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now back to throw. There again is Cooks, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Saints.
Down.
In motion right, Olave.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A gain of 16 yards.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got to move that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately, could wind up costing them the ball game.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
A 28-yard gain.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Come on, set. Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete to Olave on the out route. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, fourth and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass two, both in the arsenal. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is going to be out of bounds well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Second and 6.
Rocco 80. Ready, ready, go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for first and 10. Looking to throw. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
This is caught. He'll get only 2 there at second and goal.
Smith and Jigba. A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, ready.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go, set.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 62 yards. And the Saints have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Come on, come on.
They're going to look to throw. Smith and Jigba with the ground. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to have a third down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First
Here we
and
go,
10
here we
at
go.
the 38-yard line.
Panther 6, Warriors 70. Ready, right?
Back to throw here. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
70.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw again. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Another Seahawks first down.
Here we go, Scott.
First and 10 at the
They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big-time play for New Orleans. And even 40 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Come on, set.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked up by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. Now he's going to step up and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles.
Alvin Kamara, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. come up. 1st and 10 here.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Out of coverage, a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
18, Rodney. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
Back to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Now that is the 2-minute drill, and it's very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Here we go. 70 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
35. Saints 32. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Trey Palmer on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to potentially send us to overtime. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the defense here giving him no recourse but to get out of bounds after a gain of just a yard. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And he will not get the first, but since they bizarrely went for it on 3rd down, it'll now set up a 4th down situation. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't come to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're saying that, tickets. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Seahawks, They're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.